Pressure, speculation, uncertainty. These are the words swirling around the world of college football coaching as another season kicks off. And not everyone is starting off on equal ground. Some coaches enter the year already feeling the heat, desperately needing early victories to fend off critics and perhaps save their jobs. But here's where it gets controversial. Just 9 names sit atop USA Today's latest list of college football's hottest seats. And the reality is that these headlines could be rewritten by a single bad month. USA Today's much-anticipated preseason assessment zeroes in on 9 coaches under intense scrutiny as 2025 begins. Unsurprisingly, the focus falls largely on the Power Four conferences, especially the high-pressure cauldrons of the SEC and Big 12. Still, there's intrigue in the fact that USA Today's attention isn't reserved solely for big names. Even a few coaches from the group of 5 find themselves in the crosshairs. And this is the point most overlook. Hot seat isn't an official status. It's fueled by fan pressure, booster expectations, and the brutal reality that roughly a quarter of FBS programs churn through head coaches nearly every offseason. In recent years, almost 45% of FBS programs have swapped out their top guy. So for these 9, every snap could spell relief or ramp up anxiety. Hugh Freeze, Auburn Tigers. When Auburn hired Hugh Freeze prior to the 2023 campaign, the hope was to jumpstart a powerhouse program that had been sputtering. However, the turnaround has been sluggish. Through Freeze's first 2 years, Gold and Blue Faithful have seen their team go just 11-14 and miss out on a bowl appearance in 2024, a glaring disappointment for a school used to national relevance. Entering his 3rd year, Freeze is taking a gamble, plucking quarterback Jackson Arnold out of the transfer portal with hopes of finally igniting the offense. But here's a divisive take. Is it really fair to judge a staff so quickly given the modern roster turnover? Yet if results don't change this fall, Freeze's situation may go from warm to boiling. Sam Pittman, Arkansas Razorbacks. Sam Pittman has flirted with the hot seat more than once. After 5 years, including a memorable AP Top 25 finish in 2021, the Razorbacks backslid into 2 lackluster seasons, 11-14 combined. This year's schedule does him no favors. Arkansas faces 5 SEC opponents who start ranked, plus tough non-conference foes like Notre Dame. The program's patience is thinning. Will Pittman rally, or could this be the swan song of his Fayetteville tenure? Brent Venables, Oklahoma Sooners. Venables ushered Oklahoma into the SEC in 2024, but the move fell well short of the school's massive expectations. A lackluster 6-7 finish, his second in 3 seasons with the Sooners, has the faithful restless. In response, Venables revamped the offense, hiring coordinator Ben Arbuckle and landing several high-profile transfers at quarterback and running back. It's a high-risk, high-reward situation. If these changes don't spark a resurgence, the clamor for a new direction will only grow louder. And this is where fans debate. Is 3 years enough time for a fair shake in a brutally competitive SEC? Brent Pry, Virginia Tech Hokies. For the Hokies, it's been years since they genuinely challenged for the ACC crown. Since 2022, Brent Pry has delivered back-to-back bowl bids, but never cracked the ACC's upper echelon, at best finishing tied for 4th. This offseason saw staff changes, a clear signal that big improvements are expected. But will simple restructuring steer the program upward, or are deeper issues holding the Hokies back? It's an open question, especially for a school used to higher standards. Scott Satterfield, Cincinnati Bearcats. When Luke Fickell left Cincinnati after a playoff run, Scott Satterfield was brought in to lead a successful transition to the Big 12. The results? Disappointing to say the least. Just 8-16 overall and 4-14 in conference play over 2 seasons. Cincinnati hasn't sniffed a bowl, concluding the 2024 season with a brutal 5-game losing skid. Satterfield is running out of time and goodwill. Here's the provocative part. Was this transition always destined to be rocky? Or could more have been done to maintain momentum? Mike Gundy, Oklahoma State Cowboys. Nobody has been at the helm in Stillwater longer than Mike Gundy, whose 2-decade reign has mostly produced stability and success. Yet 2024 turned into an outright nightmare. The Cowboys failed to win a single conference game. While Gundy signed a reworked deal, expectations have been made crystal clear. A new staff is in place, but the talent on the roster is still a major question mark. Is it possible that the college football landscape simply passed Gundy by? Or is this a temporary blip for a proven leader? Brent Brennan, Arizona Wildcats. Brent Brennan inherited a strong roster after Jedd Fisch departed for Washington, hoping to build on Arizona's recent 10-3 success. Instead, things unraveled quickly. The Wildcats plummeted to 4-8 as they debuted in the Big 12. Tensions rise as Arizona fans watch rival Arizona State climb. Eager for a quick turnaround, will Brennan find a way forward, or are the Wildcats destined to lose ground in the new conference pecking order? Trent Dilfer, UAB Blazers. Taking charge at UAB as Bill Clark's era closed, Trent Dilfer faced pressure to guide the program through its entry into the American Athletic Conference. 2 seasons in, and the results, a meager 7-17 record, have disappointed. The stakes feel even higher in Dilfer's 3rd year. Either spark a turnaround or face an even hotter seat. Which leads to a tough question. Does being a former NFL star coach buy more time, or does it just set expectations higher? Sonny Cumbie, Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. Louisiana Tech's fans are notoriously passionate, despite the program's recent lack of success. Sonny Cumbie was seen as a potential catalyst for change, yet his arrival has coincided with further struggles. Since 2022, the Bulldogs have gone just 11-26. Even last season's bowl appearance, earned with only 5 regular season wins, hasn't quieted criticism. As expectations for improvement mount, will Cumbie deliver, or is a change inevitable? So what do you think? Are these coaches being judged too harshly, or is accountability overdue in a results-driven profession? Is there a name you think is missing from the hot seat conversation, or perhaps someone here who deserves more time? Drop your thoughts or bold predictions below. Let's see who agrees and who's ready to debate.